Hello everybody, Yogi here. Hope you're all doing well. I'm doing well. Today's episode is sponsored, but no, I'm just kidding. It's not sponsored by anybody. Today we're gonna, I don't know. I don't have any plans. I guess kind of drive around and don't have anything planned as far as where to go or what to see. So just do some driving around today and hopefully find something to capture for you all. So with that being said, let's do some road tripping. So West Bend is not a very big place. It's about 38,000 people, roughly thereabouts. And there's a whole lot of construction going on in West Bend right now. Now, West Bend, being a relatively small city, has a lot of one thing in this town, and that's gas stations. So here we have what is known as Quick Trip. They are building a Quick Trip here on the corner of 18th Avenue and 33 Washington Street in West Bend. It is the third Quick Trip location that is going up in West Bend. There's one down on South Silverbrook Drive over by Paradise, and there's also one on Main Street over by Decorah, which is by Badger Middle School. So the interesting thing is, for some reason, West Bend decided they needed three more Quick Trips in this town. And we have a ton of gas stations. You know, it's nice to have a Quick Trip up here on this side of town, the north side of town, because the other two are on the south side of town. But they are currently building three more in West Bend, which again, one on the north side of town would be, you know, okay for the people out on the north side of town. Like, there's a Walgreens across the street, and there's also a Walgreens on the south side of town. There's a McDonald's across the street, and there's a McDonald's on the south side of town. However, 5 Quick Trips in one town of 38,000 that already has numerous gas stations in it seems like a bit much. So this is where the old Fleet Farm used to be. Fleet Farm is now located west of the city on 33, and this is where I'm assuming this will be the first to open, maybe, or maybe the next one I'm going to take you to might be the first one to open. But they have two that are pretty much, you know, 75% done. So we'll take it to the next one, which is right down actually the road about 2 miles. Okay, so right across the street from this gas station here on East Washington Street is that Quick Trip. Now, this Quick Trip, I have not really driven by this Quick Trip, so I didn't realize how far along they've gone on this one. They already got the pumps up for the most part, parking lots paved, and so this will probably be the first one that'll open up in town here. But this is the second Quick Trip, a mere 2 miles down the road from the other Quick Trip, across from a gas station and down the block from a gas station. There used to be a mobile gas station on this lot here, closed up, tore down, and Quick Trip is now, I'm assuming Quick Trip was going to build these last year, but with COVID, everything got pushed back a year, so now they're just all in. I mean, it's, again, you know, it's Quick Trip, you know, if the city is okayed and everything, so great. But in a town of 38,000, and we already have 30 gas stations in town, you know, I don't know. I mean, I'm not a Quick Trip hater by any means. I like Quick Trip. I use them quite often, but again, to me, to have 5 of them in town just seems like overkill. So there's the 2 that are operational right now. The 2 on this end, Which, I mean, again, it's nice that there's a Quick Trip on the north end of town. But 5 of them, that just seems like overkill in a town as small as West Bend, or a city. So, okay, we'll take you to the 3rd location where there will be a Quick Trip in town. So let's go check that one out. All right, we are at our 3rd Quick Trip location. This one is on South River Road, or County G, and Paradise Drive. Now, about 2 miles to the west, there is a Quick Trip, and they're building this one down here. This one makes the most sense to me. This used to be a Citgo gas station, which closed down a couple years back and has been sitting, obviously, due to COVID, or they probably would have had to sing up already. But this one makes the most sense to me because it's kind of on the outskirts, the southeastern part of West Bend, and there's really no other gas stations around. It's not like the other two where there's gas stations right across the street. So this one would have made the most sense to put up first, in my opinion, because this one, you know, there's no competition. It's a good spot. You know, a lot of people on the southeast side of West Bend could, you know, will now have another gas station. There was a gas station here, like I said, but for a couple of years now, there hasn't been one. But again, there's one right up the road 2 miles. There's a bunch of them, actually. I mean, we have an overabundance of gas stations in this town. I would rather see other things come into West Bend. You know, again, it's not a personal issue with Quick Trip, but it just seems like it's too much of a good thing, you know? 5 of them, do we really need 5 of them in this size of town? I don't think so, but that's just my opinion. You know, again, not dissing Quick Trip. One on the south side of town, one on the north side of town, in my opinion, would have been fine. But again, my opinion only. The other thing about Wisconsin, this summer so far, now as I'm shooting this, it's June 12th. This summer has been bone dry. I mean, we are in a drought. It might not look like it by, you know, the trees and everything, but if you kind of look at the grass a little bit, it's looking kind of brown. And as far as rain goes, we have not had hardly any rain. We are in a really nice stretch of weather right now. It's been in the 80s and sunny pretty much every day, and it continues from the outlook, the forecast I saw. It's going to be another week, maybe, at least. There's certain people that I watch on YouTube, and one of the gentlemen is Nomadic Fanatic. His name is Eric, and he's been in Missouri. Don't know if he's still in Missouri at this moment, but he's been in Missouri for like the past 3 weeks. And I guess while he was down there, they had nothing but like rain every day. They had like 23 days straight of rain. So Eric, I don't know if you follow me or watch my videos. Maybe I'll tag you. Maybe you'll see it. Come on up to Wisconsin, man, because we could use the rain up here. We're in a drought right now. So come on up here. Bring your rain with you. All right, let's go see what else we can find on our little road trip today, shall we? Alrighty, driving through downtown West Bend now. Much more livelier than previous drive-thrus, especially the coronavirus drive-thru, when there was nothing going on down here. Now, I have talked about the remodeling of the West Bend Theater here up on the left, and my wife and I actually were in there. We saw a movie, The Goonies, and it is beautiful. I did take a picture of it on the inside, and I will upload that and put it in this part of the episode. But it's a gorgeous theater. If you're ever in West Bend area, or if you live up in this area, go check out the Bend. It's run by volunteers. They got all sorts of things going on there: concerts, comedy, movies, and they could use the patronage. So go check them out. This is the former Lithia Brewing Company building of West Bend, and I guess some developers have bought the land and are going to demolish it and make it into modernized apartment buildings. I think they're probably doing something with this corner lot too. Again, this is on Main Street, the northeast corner. But yeah, there's that little window up there. There's a piece of cardboard over it. It was like a little area, and there used to be some birds nesting in there. But they had covered that up. Now the birds are no longer up there. And honestly, I don't even know if there's anything in this building at this point. There used to be a tire shop, and it says over here Foog Heating and Air Conditioning. Maybe they're still in here for now. But yeah, apparently they're going to be tearing this down, and this is going to get all modernized as well. More apartment buildings. So another piece of history in West Bend that'll be falling by the wayside at some point. But that's the old Lithia Brewing Company building. When I was leaving to go out to film an episode, I came down here, drove past Regner Park, and noticed something different. Now, if you remember what the Carl M. Cuss Memorial Field used to look like, which I did show back in a video, if you want to find that video, the old grandstand, which had some charm. You know, it was a wooden grandstand with a covering. Well, guess what? They're coming along on this new one. They did keep the old scoreboard. I guess they're planning on putting an artificial turf or some kind of artificial type field. I don't think it's going to be natural grass anymore. But there it is, the new grandstand area. And I don't know. I mean, it's nice that they have the booths now up on the top. However, I don't know. That just looks... I don't know if they plan on adding more bleachers. It just looks really small. It just looks weird. But then again, it's my first time seeing it, so I don't know. I liked the charm of the old grandstand, and I know you can't keep it forever, but it's gonna take some getting used to, this one. I don't know, but I'd like to come and check out some games. I'm assuming they'll be done to have play next year. You know, if that's it for the grandstand, it's just if they plan on extending it a little bit more, that might be interesting. But I don't know. It's gonna take some getting used to, I guess. But that's the new grandstand at the Carl Cuss baseball field in Regner Park in West Bend.